Okay, it's me again. Um, on This is the 22nd of February. Um, it's another poem I wrote. I wrote this one on 1/4, uh, 2018. So the beginning of the year. Just some more things that I was going through, or more things going through my head while I was going through what I was going through. So here it goes. Constantly, it seems my faith is wavering because of the inconsistency of the blessings that I am not receiving, or for my very heart and soul being robbed away from me. I cannot bear as many tests as you have seemed to put on to me, nor the afflictions of addiction or of the mental persuasion that's been passed down to me. It gets me so angry when all the doors I want to stay open, they close shut right in front of me. And how there could be so much corruption in the ranks of so many people in positions of authority. Money, power, greed, lies, sex, and other ways to escape reality. It seems to be all that I see lately. And our individual lives don't mean anything, unless, of course, we say something negative but true about this great country, or make some mistake that will make the rest of our lives to be lived under that much more inaccurate labeling. Then still no positive attention is given to those who are struggling, and our heartaches and our depressions are only greatened by all the new burdens that those who never gave a fuck about us before are busy planning for us and placing. No one cares anymore how much of a difference a listening ear or a good conversation can do for someone who is overburdened with heavy trials and tribulations. And technology is grand, but nothing it offers can do for us what a human touch can in those kinds of tough situations. Something is wrong here in our great nation. We've all become so selfish, self-consumed, prideful, and deluded, or over medicated that we don't even know the half of our own situations, let alone the persons to the left or the right of us, who may not even, or who may be barely standing from the weight of his or her own depressions. No one cares to take the time to listen. Always they seem to come back with questions about if we've ever tried to talk to a therapist, as if their license has given them that much better of an ability to listen. We all have ears. TV, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Pandora, and the like seem to have taken precedence over so many lives. Don't forget the medications that those therapists you go to prescribe but aren't taking. Just as well, because they know just as well as we do that listening ears are just too hard to find lately. And they know that those meds will help us escape from that burden, if only for a small minute. But I don't want medications, and I want to know that my God is listening. And I want to know that I have someone here on this planet with whom I can talk and share some quality time with. I need love to get me through all these perilous times that I have endured through. So I ask for someone to restore my faith in God. And please send me someone I know without a doubt that I can, as well as they, trust what they're saying. I pray to be brought back right, that I might share my life in a healthy way with my son and those around me. I guess this is the ending of my little poem. I didn't read through before, no practice, I don't care. I made it sound stupid because I went into a prayer after I wrote that. That's what happened. Basically, I said, God, restore my faith, and please send me someone who I know without a doubt that I can trust, and basically know that they've got my best intentions in their mind, and I theirs. And I asked to be brought back into the right direction, the right place, the right space, so that I might be able to share my life in a healthy way with uh, others, basically with myself too, and with those around me. And then I prayed for love unconditional to be brought back into my life, which is basically asking for my child to be brought back into my life and for my baby's mother's mind to change, because she's got this mindset where if you're not with me and if you're not fucking me, you're not having sex with me, um, then you can't see your child ever. And I don't know what's wrong with the women in today's times, but how in the fuck could a person not want their child to be with their father, with the child's father? You know, it's that's what I'm going through. I've not seen him. I've seen him. I think I can count the number of times on one hand, maybe two hands. I might have seen him 6, 7, maybe 8 times in the last year, and none of those times without her. After DCS had to pay her a special visit to say that she could not implement that and say that I could not see my son without or with her supervision. Because what happens with her supervision is she causes drama every time. So it's an argument. And the whole sex thing, it ended because I couldn't get her to compromise. And what I wanted was to ask her to please, and this is the exact way it happened, is I asked her, I said, please, can we go to counseling? Because we can't communicate. Her and I, we have horrible communication, and our arguments go in circles. It's like, woo, 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 and it sucks. It's fucking horrible. Um, and so I just stopped arguing one day, and it fucking killed her. I'm like, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not, we're not having sex. We're not doing anything. I want to go to counseling. And we go to counseling, and we get this third party so that they can help us both. Then, and they can help us communicate. They can help us solve our unresolved issues and all this other stuff. That's the exact thing that I said to her. Then sex, it's part of a relationship. But what I told her is that I want to be able to say, without a shadow of a doubt, that I will marry you before we have sex again. Or basically say that I know that when we have issues, her and I are going to be able to work them out without fucking yelling at each other and screaming and all of this other shit that I don't want my son to be around, my infant son to be around. So far this girl, that was like, let's see, the first year of his life, that girl, at one point, child's 3 months old, pulled a knife out at me, on me, a big old fucking kitchen knife, while I had my son in my arms, and forced me backwards with him and made me push her back with my leg. Almost like a knee kick, but not a kick. It was just like a tap on the knee just to say, hey, back up so I don't have to put my child down and do something to you, trying to protect myself and him. But that's the kind of thing I'm talking about we were having to deal with. Me and that child were having to deal with on a regular. That type of behavior. Yet, she is going to tell people that I need to be supervised with my son. She's crazy and the biggest manipulator and liar that I've ever met in my entire life. But I feel for my son. I feel sorry for my son, and I feel sorry for myself in this whole situation. It's hard to not have self pity or to be depressed to the point where you really don't want to do anything when you can't see your child and you're connected to your child. So it's like you can feel his pain too. He wants daddy. He wants daddy there, and I want to be there, but I can't. And that's well, and I know this is just supposed to be about a rhyme, but at the same time, like this, the prayer at the